this and we'll look at short game. So in terms of setup, I like the sequencing you're going through, okay, with the left side here now, but you can see that ball position a little bit further forward compared to that when they're on the right hand side. It's just moved back just a bit more left of centre, okay? It doesn't want to be in the centre, but equally doesn't want to be sort of towards your left heel there too much, because as you say, your golf swing is going to be arcing like this. If the ball is too far here, you're going to be catching it on the up. You're going to top it or catch toe end of the goal, and that might encourage them to start reaching for the ball, which will then encourage your weight to get on the toes. So when you do move it back, you get the odd 1 or 2 off the heel, okay? But your left-hand swing here now, again, like I said, maybe not fully warmed up, okay? This was kind of your back swing, kind of turn the shoulders probably to about there, and then most of it now from here is kind of wrist hinge, kind of completing the swing there without really turning the body. This right-hand one now, okay, you can see your right shoulder now has already gone back behind your head more, and then you keep going. That for me now is a much better turn. Your shoulder movement now is much more around your head. You're getting this right shoulder behind you, so you're making a fuller swing. The arms are getting a lot higher. Now, yes, you could argue there's a bit more wrist hinge there than we need, okay? But that's partly because in the past, when you only went back so far, to get the golf club somewhere in this area, you didn't use your wrist, the club wouldn't get back far enough, would you? So you're kind of, exactly, yeah. And that's all probably slightly equal away gradually over time when you think, okay, I don't need to keep collapsing this wrist. I can just swing the golf club back with a bit more body and a bit less wrist, okay? But at the moment, in terms of the body movement, that's the main thing to focus on. If we have a bit more wrist, it's absolutely fine. Coming back to the golf ball there now, really good strike point. If we go from your left shoulder there, through your hands to the golf club, nice straight lines, the contact there, very good, and able to rotate through to a full swing. So the whole full swing mode, very, very good. Setup wise, you've got to just make sure we keep checking that. It'd be something we can easily fall into a bad habit, because I think we just get lazy with it. Yeah, we'll do the whole sequence there, that'll do, and then you go, the ball's, it's only going to be like an inch further forward. I mean, the club's on the ground for a very small amount of time, so if that ball is a little bit, we're talking an inch or 2 forward, you're catching middle of the ball at best, okay? In terms of the swing then, this is more for the long game. If that's how far your body's going to go, that's how far your arms would go. Whereas before, I mean, that's kind of a similar kind of position there with your shoulder turn, but look how much more the arms are kind of created the backswing. So we look at some shorter shots now when we get some sort of wedges in it going, okay? Obviously with shorter swings, the length of swing is going to change in terms of how far the club goes back, but we're still going to move the body. It's not a question of, okay, short swing, body moves nothing, and just move the arms, okay? So if the club's only going to go back halfway, the torso is going to move half the amount it would normally do, okay? And we'll look at that in more detail now. But yeah, generally for full swings, got to get that body moving better. And like I say, after you hit about 7 or 8 shots, you hit a good way. So I'm warming up into it now. If you're not warmed up, you can't turn your shoulders as well, you see. So get that body warmed up to start with. While George is in a few swings, just stand there swinging a few clubs on the side. A good one you can do, we'll do it in a second, put 2 clubs together, grip them. It feels a bit weird with a grip, but just swing 2 clubs at the same time. Really heavy, and you'll be like, oh. And you'll get a bit of a sweat on it. If you make sort of 9-10 swings in a row back and forth like this, suddenly now your arms will be like, oh, and you'll start feeling like you're getting warmed up and ready. So when you start in your golf shots, you're ready to go, rather than like, oh, I'll duff the first half dozen. Because you're on a golf course playing, you duff the first half dozen. Now mentally you're more frustrated, aren't you? And as we said, if you play golf in a negative state mentally, no matter how warmed up you are, it's going to be tough, isn't it? Yeah? Okay, cool, very good. Right.